Okay, I think we all know what this view means. So I'm going to attempt to make another omelette this time, and for those of you who follow my Clive's Angels channel, you'll know what a bit of a fiasco the omelette was last time, but hopefully we'll do better this time. Now I'm going to add some onion and some garlic to it, as those are pretty much the only other ingredients I have. I'm probably also going to add some cheese as well. Now, on to the first thing. Let's get these eggs cracked and mixed. Okay. These eggs, by the way, I've got from looking after next door's chickens. So, presumably they're organic and lovely, lovely. Now we get our old friend out. I kind of hope actually that this may count towards doing something for Vegetarian Week, because there was suggestions in my last video that I do a recipe, so hopefully let's turn it up to 11. Right. Bit of cling film on the bit of onion I'm not using. Whack that in the fridge. Some onion barges in there I can use later. Right. Now I'm going to cut this in a quarter and just cut it into little thin strips. If you want to cut them much smaller at this point you can, but I'm kind of cool with this size. Just break them into little bits. Now to garlic. Now I like garlic. I'm very much in favour of the French attitude that you cannot in fact cook without it. So this is what I'm based on food off grasshopper. Right, now I think it's time to break out my super high-tech garlic crushing device. This is rather MacGyver. And there we go. God, that smells good. When you're crushing the garlic, crush it to get the little bits out, but add the whole lot in after you've crushed it to your satisfaction. Like I said before, it's all going to go into the mix. So it's all about not being wasteful. I just thought, I haven't tied my hair back here. That's probably not ideal, but I'll just have to keep an eye on it. Okay, now I did quickly browse through Yannick's video, TDC Moncton for the uninitiated. We have gas here, so that has its own. I know it's in, I mean correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm told that gas is not as common in other parts of the world, like say for instance North America. It smells good already. Now, even though this wasn't what Yannick did, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this cheese to the mix, but after it's gone in. Cheese grater. Yes. On balance, I think my food is probably the main aspect of my life where I like cheese. I don't really quite like it anywhere else. I don't like it in my films or in my social interactions or whatnot so much. Do you like my food, cheesy? Okay, I think I got a nice little cuboid there with the oil and the thing. Oh, spatula, yes, spatula. Okay, that's all of it there. Right. I'm just going to stir these through, get them nice and browned and mix mix in the garlic. Can you see that? Okay. No, you can't really. There. In my limited experience browning onions before, they brown ever so slightly faster if you break them up into their little pieces. Also, the garlic in there now is probably mixing in with the onions, and it smells absolutely divine. And it's been one of the things for a long time actually I felt I really do need to improve is my cooking repertoire, because I mean I'm spoiled in that I have two parents who are themselves fantastic cooks. I mean really first rate. So I haven't often had the impetus to get in there. Okay, so the garlic is browning nicely. I think the onions are on their way, certainly, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Time to add the egg mix. Okay. Now I hope very much that, unlike with last time, the mistake I made was that I used too much oil, and I'm hoping that the vegetables this time have kind of soaked up a little of that oil, and I won't be faced with the same problem as I was before. I'm staying together fairly, staying together fairly well so far, although slipping and sliding all over the place. And turning out to be a bit of a beast of an omelette actually. It's not the most together omelette in the world, but it's definitely an improvement on my last one. I'm not going to attempt to flip it like Yannick did. That, you know, I think that would be A, tempting fate, and B, trying to run before I can walk. And at the end, I'm not going to be putting this one on my head and talking about how I've got a load of rehearsals and whatnot to go to, and yeah, okay. Successful flip, I think. I'm going to move that off the heat now. This is what we call shaving a spatula. Now I know that sounds like a euphemism for something, but it isn't. It's quite literal. Two halves, but it's, you know, about 4 less than I had last time. So I'm still quite pleased with that. And I'm going to serve that with some of the onion bhajis I have in the fridge from yesterday. Here we are, the moment of truth. I poured myself a pint of cider in my patented glow-in-the-dark pint glass. So, there we go. Let's have a bag on that. Like it. Yeah. That's nice. The onions have infused in there, the garlic is really coming through quite nicely, and and the cheese just gives it a little piquancy. It's really nice. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with how that's turned out. I've got quite a bit of washing up to do after this, but that's something for me to worry about, not you. Also, I've got the onion bhajis here that I made earlier in true Blue Peter fashion, and yeah, actually thinking about this, I was going to suggest that my fellow Clive's Angels, Meg and Dome, when he's well enough, actually try doing this again, see if they've improved. Maybe Clive should do an omelette. After all, he's the egg man. Goo-goo-goo-joob. Thanks, Nick. Hopefully next time it'll be even better. If you like what I did, try it out for yourself. It's not that difficult. All you need are 3 eggs, half an onion, and 2 cloves of garlic. And